Hi there, welcome to BITBEE. Today we will learn about implementing the linked list in Java and Python. If you are not aware about the linked list and its structure, I would recommend you to watch the previous video about the linked list. Then you can jump into this chapter. Before diving into the chapter, I would request you to please subscribe to the channel if you are not yet subscribed. Also, please don't forget to share the channel with your friends. It motivates us a lot. Thank you. So in this chapter, we will implement creation of linked list, insertion of nodes, traversing of a linked list, that is printing and searching, also finding a length of linked list. Then we'll implement the deleting and updating of the nodes. I would suggest you to keep concentration on the logic instead of the language, whether that is Java or Python. Once you understood how these data structures are formed and they work, then you can implement it in any language. So to create a linked list, we need nodes. So the first step is creating nodes, then linking those nodes. As we already know, the first node in a list is head node and the end node is called as tail node. So all the nodes from head to tail, they connect to each other using their addresses. You can see same in the following visualized diagram. Now it's time to code all we discussed. Let's dive into it. We'll try to implement it first in using Java. And I hope all you have the basic knowledge of how to create a class in Java and how to create a required methods in Java. So as discussed, in first step we will define a node, that is a node class, and each node class will have an address which point to the next node. And we have a Java constructor here, that is node, which takes a data as a argument. So whenever we create a node, we use this constructor to pass the value. Now let's define a linked list using these nodes. So head is the root of the linked list. This head node plays a crucial role initially to access the linked list. Now we'll define two methods, one to append, that is insert the elements at the end. Another method is prepend, that can insert the elements at the beginning. Let's start writing the append method. In this append method, we basically perform two steps. In first step, we will check if the head node is null or there is a no head node. Then we will make our new node as a head node. So if we have already a head node, we will keep traversing until the end of the node. That is, we know that end node will have a null for its next pointer if it is the end node. Hence, after traversing to the last node using the while loop, we will make our new node as a last node. Let's write a driver class which can make a call to the function and keep inserting the elements at the end. So initially we are trying to insert three elements, that is 1, 2 and 3. Also you can see we are using the linked list object to call this append method. In the illustrated diagram also you can see how these nodes are created and they are linked to each other. These nodes are having addresses starting from 100, 200 and 300 and these addresses are linked. Now let's try to implement the prepend method which can insert the elements at the beginning. Here you can observe implementing the prepend method is quite simple. We are just making our new node as a head and we are pointing our head to the next elements, already existing elements. We are also going to implement the display method which can iterate and print all the elements of a list. Before that, so we try to insert element 0 at the beginning using this prepend method. You can observe in the illustration the new node became an head and it will point to the existing element, that is 1. That is all about inserting the elements at the beginning and end. If you want to insert the element at a specific position, you can traverse to that position and insert the element there. That is just by counting the position in a while loop. Coming to our next operation, it's a deleting a node and we will delete a node by value. Let's try to implement that. Basically, we have to make two checks in the delete method. It is whether the given element is present at the beginning or anywhere else. If it is present at the beginning, we will simply delete that and we will make our next element as head. Else we have to traverse up to the given element and we have to link the surrounding elements of the deletion node. Let's see in the visualization how we can delete a head node. So if the given key is matching with the head node's value, then we have to delete that node. Here the given key is 0, so that was matching with the head node. Technically what we are doing here is we are making a temporary node and we are pointing it to the head. Since the temporary's value is matching with the given key, we are making the next node as a head node. Also here the important thing is we are removing the link between the temporary node and the head node. So temporary node became obsolete, which we want to delete. This is how we delete a matching head node. Now let's check how we can delete a middle element. So before that I'm just resetting this list. That is I'm still keeping the previous elements 0. Suppose now if you want to delete an element 2 and again make a temporary node which pointing to the head and keep comparing the elements to the key. When 2 is matching with the key, we have to delete the 2, that is we have to make the 2 obsolete. Here you can see 0 and 1 not matches with the temporary and it will keep traversing up to 2. And when 2 is matching, we will make the temporary as absolute and we will establish a links between its previous and the next element. Now you can see the link is established between 1 and 3 and 2 got deleted. And the now list becomes 0, 1 and 3. And now let's try to implement the display operation, that is traversing and printing the elements. It's pretty simple operation. You can traverse up to the end node and you can print the node at each position. That's all about. I would like you to suggest to implement the update operation using the same logic. I'm just providing the screenshot of the Python code. You can also take note of this. Implemented all these same methods here. Please don't forget to the channel if you are not yet subscribed and please share with your friends. And happy learning.